Hey there, welcome back to my channel. First of all, let's talk about this kimono. I honestly love it so much. It's like my only and favorite kimono, but that's besides the point. So today I'll just be sharing, I guess, some things that I'm not used to, despite being on YouTube for like about 7 months now, which I feel like is a long time, but of course, relatively it's a short time considering like I know a lot of people who've been in the space for like years, and also people actually put in a lot of work. Like I was just seeing someone's account and she had like over 1300 videos, and I think she's been on in the YouTube space for like maybe 2 years or three, but still I'm like, those are many videos. But anyway, I'll just be sharing what I just feel like I'm not yet used to, you know, even if I've been here for 7 months. So the first thing for me is editing. And I don't even, for me, not even editing in terms of like, or being very, I don't know what I would call it, but like, you know, there people put graphics and all those things. I'm just like, I don't have the capacity to do that, because I'm just like, wow, like mad respect to everyone who can do that. I'm like, eventually maybe one day I'll get that point, but for now I'm just like, it's honestly a lot of work. But what I mean for my context is, when editing, I mean, of course you have to like watch the clips you recorded and listen to yourself, and honestly I am not used to that. I think at some point I get tired of listening to myself. So what I do is, I decided to, okay, now I'm just thinking, what if I just decided to be editing once and for all? Because what I've been doing is editing it in bits. So if I've filmed for maybe a couple of days or a day, depending on how many videos or how long they are, I just compile for the day and just put on the app where I'm editing from. And then if that section is good, I'm like, okay, I save that progress. When I film again, you know, you add other, you know, videos and stuff like that as I continue. So that saves me, I don't know, spending a whole day to edit or even longer, because at least I do as I go and it doesn't seem as bulky, and that works for me. So after I'm done, I rarely go back to now watch the video in entirety, because I assume I've already like done what needs to be done. But still, I cringe like so much seeing myself. I'm just like, oh my god, like it's, I don't know, I still feel a bit cringy. I don't know, but that's something I'm not yet used to. Another thing is people saying they watched my videos or they subscribed to my channel. I'm just like, oh my goodness, like I'm like, wow, so I'm actually really putting myself out there. And for me, like, it's one thing for, let's say, my peers or friends to tell me that, but it's also another thing to know that people older than I am, you know, because for instance, if I share a link on Facebook, of course, some of, let's say, my mom's friends or like some of my relatives, like, you know, they could probably see it, you know, on my profile or something of the sort. So they too watch me, and I'm just like, I just could never get used to it. Or maybe I could, but at the moment that's just something I still feel like it's so weird. And I'm just like, I don't feel like, oh, it's so nice that you watch like my channel, my videos and whatever. But then again, I'm just like, okay, don't tell me, just watch and just stay there. And yeah, so that's something I'm not yet used to. Also, maybe sometimes recommendations, you know, like sometimes, let's say, if I am hanging out with some people, they might be like, you know, maybe you could film this and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, I'm not so used to being told that at the moment. Another thing is, there's this expectation that, okay, is it an expectation? But I don't know. Some people maybe have an assumption that if I'm in any social setting or meeting them, it's probably an opportunity to film. And in most cases, unless like it's very rare. Like if I plan to film, I tell the people I'm meeting most of the time, like, you know, I'll be filming, is it okay, and stuff like that. So usually, just to know that there are some people who assume that I want to document everything. I feel like it's still something I'm used to because it's not accurate. And yeah, it's true what people say, that whatever is shared is such a small part of someone's life. So yeah, that's something I just feel like I'm not used to as well. Like, someone just think, oh, maybe let's wait for her to take a photo of this. Sometimes I'm just like, I also have my off days. I don't want to film anything. Yeah, so I'd written some of them down. So I think I just have one more thing to say. So that one is asking people to subscribe. Like that one is so bad. It's like I feel like for me it's the most weird thing. And I'm just like, wow, because for me I feel like it takes a lot to put yourself out there, but then if you have to be consistent with it, and of course ask people to subscribe or remind them or whatever, I'm just like, that's really something I'm not used to. I still find it very difficult. Like, even let's say if I post it on like WhatsApp and I'm just like, subscribe to my channel, I honestly feel like throwing my phone after, because I'm just like, I don't even want to know if anyone has seen that or has replied to that statement. And it's just like, wow, like, yeah, I'm not yet used to that. And I don't know, like, probably this could be something I mentioned in another video. See, the thing with this YouTube space, or I guess just an online spaces in general, I feel like it's something that you just keep figuring it out. And I guess depending on what your aims and goals are of coming online or sharing your content, your perspectives can be a bit different. So for me, sometimes when I get suggestions or stuff on things maybe I could do and incorporate in my channel, sometimes I feel like, okay, yeah, they're coming from a good place, but also sometimes I just feel like some of the things someone would recommend are literally not my personality. And it's like people have this notion there's a certain type of personality that maybe is more appealing for like a YouTube space or online. And I mean, it's fine, and probably works for people and whatever, but for me, I'm just like, no, like, I just feel like very safe like this, and I'm like, I'm very okay with that. So yeah, basically I think those are the things I wanted to share on just a few things I'm not yet used to being in this space. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I will see you in the next video. But I also feel like my perspective has changed with regards to a couple of things. I remember at some point I used to find like these tags that people do. I'm like, oh my god, like, oh, like it's so cheesy or something. But now I'm just like, that can actually, it's just so fun. And sometimes I just feel like we don't have to always have content that is like, I would say, I don't know, new in quotes. Some things are just so fun, and I'm just like, what, if people find it cringy or even yourself find it cringy, like, it's okay, you can do it if you want, you can change your mind about things. So yeah, I plan to probably do like those fun tags as well, because I'm just like, what, why not? But yeah, that's like for real now all I have to say, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.